6 o'clock, I would like to have a work session to go over the budget. And if all goes well, the following Tuesday, which will be the 14th, I would like to call a special meeting. And then, of course, hopefully to have a first reading on our budget. And then second reading on our regular scheduled meeting on the 28th of July. Any conflicts with any of those?
July 14th, special meeting, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Work session at 6.
Yes. And two, provided some possible proposal on sewer fund budget that's in your packets. Take them, and I know that they weren't as clear or as clean as I would like to have them, because we're still trying to match new account numbers with some of the old account numbers in the new computer system. So wasn't actually able to work in or print off all the actuals. We do have some of those available, and most all of the numbers that are proposed in the budget are based on the actuals for this year, and what revenues we've taken in and expenses as well. So, but take those, look them over. If you have questions, I'm sure, like the last 2 weeks, I'll be in the office every day, all day long, trying to get those account numbers matched up so that we can, by the work session, we can have a better idea where we stand with our budgets. Or feel free to come by. You don't have to call. Come by the office. If no one has anything else, we'll move on to the action items, which is the consideration of our wastewater meeting minutes of May the 26th. Motion to accept the minutes. Made by Stephen, seconded by Chris. All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. You guys go ahead and sign. The next item is consideration of the regular city council meeting minutes of May 26, 2026 as well.
May council.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilman Deloach to approve the minutes. A second. Ricky seconds it. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Opposed?
Thanks, Barry.
Yes, sir. Okay, we'll move on now to the agenda items. Old business under the agenda items is number one, is property code violations. Ms. Jennifer, did you give you any?
He will not be giving me any updates.
Okay. I wasn't, I guess, Chad, you may be aware, what was the outcome of our case with Mr. Span?
I haven't heard anything else on it.
Okay.
Since they said they was gonna reschedule the date, that was the last I heard.
Okay, well, I knew that Mr. Vanderwart hadn't, given me any information as well. All right, okay, thank you. Second, item under old business is, I don't know how much thought, there was discussion and brought up by Vice Mayor Melinda Miller to increase, the mayor's salary, the city councilman's salary, as well as planning and zoning salaries. That's something that we will take up as well in the work session on July the 7th. But I will tell you that in the budget, that increase in salary is included. I think it's on the third page, up toward the top, payroll. Those salaries are included in that item. And that was with her. I know we discussed the different levels, but that's the max. I think she was asking for $1,500 a month for the mayor, $350 for the council, and
No, it's 450.
No, it's $450 for the council. And, yeah, I think it was $450 for the council.
okay, well, I'll go back and check, if it is, huh?
I
Fifteen.
think she said 15 is what she said, and then y'all were talking about it, about the insurance, it was like, would you say 12,000, something like that?
It's more than 12 probably now. It was around 1,100 a month, so that would have been 13 something, so. You don't remember what it was?
Mine was 1,500 a month. But I know you had said something about 12. I think you mentioned 12. I just included the max there to reflect on but I don't.
The 5,400 that's on the budget is 450 and 1,500.
Okay. And like I said, we'll take that up with a budget discussion at the work session. Number 3 is the audit update. We are actually, or the auditor is waiting on one item that has to do with the HRA reimbursement to the employees, whether they be on sewer or general. And to be honest with you, getting that report has been like pulling hen's teeth. We've worked on it 2 weeks, and Blue Cross Blue Shield don't know what the form is she's requesting. Benefits Inc. doesn't know. But yet, and we haven't been able to get the two together. So that Mitzi, the auditor, can make the request, and then Blue Cross Blue Shield says they can't give it to her because she doesn't work for them, so that's all we lack. For us completing the audit, we have gotten, a draft of the general fund, however, and it, it matches, but that's all we lack.
I got something from Blue Cross Blue Shield that told me how much Chad's was. Because I know there's some HIPAA rules around it. I said, well, just tell me how much Chad's and I'll need to know who everybody else's is.
Yeah,
And that would be the whole for the sewer.
right,
So that's all you really need. You
Right.
got the total.
yeah,
And then you just need his one for the whole 12 months.
but
They're trying to understand how, they're trying to get a document that shows how it works.
yeah, how it works. They're wanting this form.
So
Yeah,
they-
that should come from benefits, Inc. should.
Right.
They tell you how much, is it 3,000 per person?
I think so. I think
So,
that's,
I mean, when you sign the deal, you got this much premium that Benefit Inc., and they tell you how much they're gonna put into the original rate.
right.
So I would think Benefit Inc. should be able to get.
But I don't, they say they can't. But we need the form that shows how much has been. So anyway, we're still working on that. We were hoping to have that. Well, we were hoping to have it yesterday. It didn't happen this morning. It still didn't happen. So we'll be right back on them again first thing in the morning. The budget, like I said, presented, to you it's not something that's set in stone. I know there's some things that Ricky's already pointed out that I need to check on, in the general fund. And so,
We're
anyway,
gonna have actuals
I'm hoping,
by our work session.
I'm hoping. That's my goal. We were hoping to have them by tonight, but we're having issues because
We should have the audit by then.
yeah,
Can we get that before our 7th?
I hope.
You know what I mean?
We're gonna try.
We're gonna be looking at stuff and that work session will last till midnight.
I would like at least y'all to have it the Thursday or Friday before. I mean, it's just these holdups that we don't have any control over. And, I mean, we're in the process today of, getting some of those accounts, getting some of those funds or monies in the right accounts they're supposed to go in, and we get so far and the computer would stop and then everything that was entered in was lost or, was erased. So local government has been on that with us all day too. So anyway, that's about all I know. And like I said, if there's anything else, any other questions come up, come down to the office, call, and, we can sit down and, I'll be glad to get all the help I can get. Next item, anything else on that? Next item, item number 4, no business, is the speed bumps that we were looking to install on Old Columbia Road up in Celeste Heights. I will say that I've had just as many people not want them as that do want them. So I'm going to put that on hold and see if we can come up with a different solution. I know that's an issue, especially during school and maybe with others using that as a cut through from 47 to 48 to avoid the intersection of 47 and 48.
It's been split, everyone that I talked to over there too,
Yeah,
literally about 50-50.
yeah.
Because they themselves don't want to slow down.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, you know, I probably don't need to say this in the meeting, but my in-laws live up there. I mow their yard once a week. And I don't see traffic driving that fast.
Oh, really?
It's the morning time.
I'm sure it's
During
gonna-
school.
I'm sure it's gonna be, yeah, during that
That,
school.
that morning sweep and that afternoon sweep.
Yeah.
Bet it is.
But anyway, I just, you know, I feel like the best thing right now is to hold off and not go proceed any further. Number 5, the resurfacing of Todd Street and Picnic Street, Tennessee Valley Paving, is gonna pave those as long as, or as well as Tracy Academy. We reached out to Mr. Eubank and he has not got back with us to give us a date. I know that some of the residents down on Todd Street are, beginning to wonder, and so am I. So, but just as soon as he gets back and tells us when his date to start, then I'll let everybody know. Yeah. Yeah, we've already included that in here. All right, let's move on to new business. Due to circumstances that occurred over the last few days with the vice mayor being out of the country, I would like to get it passed and permission to get a third person to be able to sign checks, because it's better if we have 2 signatures on the checks. And so I guess what I would need is not only to get approval from you guys to present to the bank, but also a volunteer who would be willing to do that. I know that very rarely is it a spur of the moment ordeal. I mean, it can be done, you know, during different times of the day, but I know that I can't make this happen if you approve it. I can't make it happen till after Melinda gets back, because then all 3 of us will have to sign a new signature card.
That was, my question was gonna be, in order to remove someone, that person will have to be there as well for that, right?
Not to remove them.
If you're removing someone. from
Not to
that account.
remove, yeah, not to remove them. So I guess, but to add someone, we all 3 have to sign the card. Any volunteers? One of you want me to appoint you?
It gotta be a council member, it could be somebody who's around.
It would probably be better somebody that's
Somebody
be employed with the city.
Right, I wasn't sure.
I mean, I would prefer an elected official, first.
We might not all be here in a couple months.
Well, that's enough.
That's another thing.
And we may not, you know,
Volunteer.
and we may not have this situation come up, so, I mean, I don't think Melinda is scheduled to go out of the country, you know, again this year. She might, you can't never tell. And, so it may be something that you feel like that maybe wait till after.
Maybe wait till that September meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as, I don't think it's gonna come up again until then.
I don't think it will, but, you know, too, I look at it from the other side, you know, if something happened to one of us.
Yeah.
then, of course, you know, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even go over that with them at the bank. If something were to physically happen, you know, what would be the necessary steps? And that's something that maybe, but we can,
Don't you have to have resolutions?
I was gonna say that, we would have to have a resolution to pass that you would require or would like to add a third signee on the bank account. But far as moving it to, the September meeting, perhaps we would need to make a motion to move that item to the month of the September after the election.
I'll make it.
To move
To
it,
move the resolution for the third signee to the bank accounts to the September meeting.
okay, Ricky makes a motion and Chris seconded. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right, next item, believe it or not, it's time to get a contract with a new, or an audit for the city's accounts, the general and sewer fund, something that we are really required to have turned into the state by July the 1st. We reached out, MTS provided us with a very lengthy list of qualified CPA firms. We reached out to four of them. Three of them never, and left messages. Three of them never responded. But of course, Mitzi did send us a bill. And it's in your package. So, we're doing the audit now. And I think some of you might correct me if I'm wrong. I think her contract price is on the next to the last page. Is that the same as, do you remember,
It's either the same or pretty close,
of 28?
plus. It's 28 plus minus.
Is it 28 plus?
Plus potential of another 7.
Was there a motion to enter a contract agreement with Whitburg Accounting to do the audit for the 25-26 year?
I'll make the motion to approve the Whitburg accounting contract.
Okay,
I'll second it.
Chris makes a motion, Ricky seconds it. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor, aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Last item under new business is, in your packet, there was there is a internal control manual that was provided by Mr. Vandervoort. And I believe this was taken from the city of Spring Hill, and it's basically just, information purpose only. I know that we also have a sheet in there as well as that provides the other segregation or separation of duties, that the way that we're doing it now, with me coming in each day, seems to have satisfied both Mitzi, the auditor, and the comptroller's office, without hiring any other outside help. But anyway, that's just, if we need to come up with, policies or something like this control manual, feel free to go through it and we can discuss it in the future as well.
Is that gonna be part of the work session?
We can.
Or the special meeting?
We can discuss it at the work session to see, because I'm sure there's gonna be things in there that,
This is not very specific.
Yeah.
General.
well, that's what I was gonna say, and then we can be more specific in the work session. And then if we choose, after we, made changes, then if we choose to adopt it, we can vote on it at a special call meeting.
It'd be nice to pick Mitzi's brain a little bit too, just depending on what she finds
Yeah,
with the audit, maybe she knows. Where the way specifically what we have.
yeah. Well, I will say that, if you do reach out to her, and I don't have a problem with it, I don't think she has one either, but she's gonna be preoccupied tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'll wait for her to come here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But, we've made several calls to her, over the last few days, and I think she knows the number pretty well here now, because she was saying, hello. But anyway, okay. Yeah, I think we did make a motion.
Make a motion to postpone the control manual to our next regular meeting. Give them a chance to talk to about a work session as well.
Okay. All right. We have seconds. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right. Next thing is committee reports. Since Mr. Vandervort's not here, he normally doesn't have anything else to add to it. But we do appreciate you filling in.
She didn't have no choice.
Well, that's okay too, but we do appreciate you filling in. Finance, like I said, you've got some stuff, and hopefully you'll have a lot more detail by the work session so that we can try to get this took care of. I do know that we can't, or the comptroller's office won't approve this budget until the audit is.
Well, that's one of the columns on the budget.
Yeah, right. So, anyway, but we have a new, I guess, territory or area MTask rep. Her name is Delaney. Okay.
I'm not to say you admit to that.
Okay. Anyway, she came by today and introduced herself, and so that tells you when you get old that you can't remember it from just a few hours ago. Anyway, we can get that information to you as well. Anything else on the wastewater?
Did she replace the guy that's been here a couple of times?
Gary still, he's kind of over her.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But she, but the Delaney Odom is her name, and she's, I think, lives in Lebanon, but she's She has this area. Anything else on the wastewater?
No, sir.
All right, streets and bridges. Any potholes anyone needs? I know the worst ones are on Tracy Academy, it seems like, which
Did
is,
they get the turning light working? It wasn't working.
the turning light's working, it's the green light before, up at 48.
Yeah, but the turning light, when I called you and Chad the other day, it wasn't working. And now it's working. I think it's working now.
Yeah, I thought it was yesterday, but the
I
light,
think it was yesterday. I don't know about today.
but the green light beside it is out. And I think we're having some issues with it, aren't we? Y'all having to replace that bulb pretty often?
We are, yep.
Okay. Like I say, you get anybody reports potholes, anything like that, please reach out to us so that we can do our best to fill them. Street lights, signs. I do have one comment that I want to make concerning signs. And maybe I can make it down in planning and zoning as well. I've been asked to designate an area around the square as historic, which we all know that it's historic. It's been here since 1804. Their request is that we come up with something, I guess, with planning and zoning, with some new codes concerning signs, whether it be somebody's advertising a business or whatever, to make them more vintage looking instead of a bright neon sign in a old town. But I don't know how you guys feel, but I think it's a pretty good idea.
Talking about specific signs?
Well, the one specifically, he was talking about Laredo's, because it's leaning, which he said he would like to see more of a monument type, brick and mortar post come up with, and actually he said he would pay to have it done. And then, but my question, which I did not think of at the time, would be, what about Water Street Church of Christ sign, which is a sign just exactly like Laredo's sign. And then you've got the child advocacy. They've got a sign that's basically the same, but he didn't say anything about them replacing theirs. So, but anyway, that's just a thought that it was brought to my attention, and which we have not yet had the opportunity to reach out to the owner of Laredo's and see what he thinks or his interest. But maybe moving forward, we can, if you choose or want to do that, we can make a sign, make businesses or whatever signs look more.
Well, Laredo's is not on the square.
No, it's not, but that's what
None of those signs are on
they-
the square.
they were wanting the boundaries of the historic to be north of Water Street, east of Highway 48, west of Tracy Academy, and all the way up to the triangle up here. So I don't know. I mean, to me, the historic square should be
The square.
right here.
Yeah, the square.
That's my thoughts. But I don't know anybody, that's planning
I'd say
on.
Laredo's allowed to pay for a sign if he wanted to pay for a sign.
I think you would too.
I think they would ever.
I mean, I-
brag about it. I think they would let him.
Could probably just do
But anyway,
But the only thing that's on the historical federal site is the court.
the courthouse.
If no other building in the square is on the federal side.
Right. That was just a thought that I wanted to just put it in your minds, think about it. I mean, either we can move forward with it, or we can just not do anything. Public safety,
I don't have anything.
I've got, here's you a copy of what I worked on with the budget, so you can take a look at it. And I can talk to you.
I'll be in tomorrow.
Okay, I was gonna say I can talk to you after.
Yeah.
The meeting. Parks and recreation. You mentioned, Chris, about the update on the park. In your,
This one.
this one, okay? What we're waiting on is looking for grants to pursue that. Now, since we're talking about parks, I had thought about, because I had been approached by several young parents with young children, about would it be possible for the city to put some kind of equipment over here on the little park behind Gene's Body Shop. But I also, I know that the city also donates a certain amount of money to the Little League ballpark. And one of my reaching out to one of the board members is that his hopes were to expand the little park playground that they have back over behind the ball fields. And I'm not wanting to let the cat out of the bag maybe, but he's wanting also to move the playground from the back part up toward the front, kind of behind the auto parts place and your hair salon. And so, you know, I didn't know if we would rather wait and just use that donation to help them a little bit or what, but, and I'm certainly, you know, open for any suggestions for what.
Have they asked for a specific amount of money to do that?
No.
'Cause I think we did 20 this year.
Yeah, and that's what I put in to do next year. Beautification, I think we're gonna have to get on our landscaper, because I noticed a lot of weeds and grass growing in our flower beds out around the square, so. Planning and zoning.
We had one guy came in last month. He owns property on High School in Smith, corner lot, there's an old house on it. He tried to subdivide it into 3 lots. It didn't meet the minimum requirements for each lot. Turned it down, and I think this month we got to meet, I think he went 2.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that his was the only thing right now, and was,
There was 2 of them last month.
Which-
One was subdivided, something that was already subdivided. Trying to change the middle line.
yeah,
Over, there's 2
yeah,
sisters or something that were trying to do it, but because when you go back and you try to change it, you gotta come up to, it's been that way for 30 years.
yeah,
Now, if you want to change it, then it's gonna require you to follow the current guidelines and issue.
Yeah.
So
oh,
I think they're gonna do a variance, actually a variance.
does Josiah and him?
Yes.
Okay, Josiah Overholt and Julian Ish, I think they'll have something as well, this upcoming planning and zoning, and it has to do with the metal building out on 48 North, you know, where we have the equipment, and they got, so they've got plans, and what, to do that. Construction, I know we don't have any construction going on, but I think we desperately need to look into having some. Because when you walk out this evening, look at the post upstairs on the Collier House is beginning to rot. And the boards, what is that called, the gable end up here, all those, siding boards are beginning to rot and curl. So I really don't want to be in here one day having a meeting and, you know, it come falling down. So I thought maybe our contractor might take a look at that and make some recommendations. Like,
Yeah, big chunk.
yeah.
and all of it.
Ambulance service,
Should be out by the end of the month.
yeah,
That's what they're saying.
what they're saying. Uh-huh. And then I guess something else, then we need to decide what and anything that we need to do or want to do with that building. It'll be vacated, and so I guess that is something that I'm open for suggestions on what to do with the building. I will make one more comment. I don't know if any of you have heard or not, but we've got a county commissioner who's complaining that the city of Charlotte needs to pay the county more for dispatch calls.
No, it's better.
Well, he is a mayor, but he's also a county commissioner.
Hey, just FYI, Shauna called me last week and said, I haven't forgot you, I'm in the middle of it, but there's a lot of stuff within those calls, that call volume for the sheriff's department in the city limits, that she has to go in there and pull out, like traffic stops, warrant services, a whole bunch that pertain to the city that aren't 911 calls. So she's had to go in and pull all that out to get us a final number, but she is working on it.
Okay.
She did call me and tell me she's still working on it, but it should be done soon.
That's kind of been my reply and respond back is, how many dispatch calls is the volunteer fire department responding to inside the city? How many calls is the sheriff's department, since we don't have a police force or department, how many calls are they responding to within inside the city limits? Now, I have no problem paying, I think it's $35 per call.
33 to 35.
$35 per call. I don't have a problem with paying for any 911 call inside the city. But when they respond to Collier's Bend Road or Maple Valley
And
Road,
we don't get charged for that.
no, but they want the police, they want us to pay the sheriff's department because they're Charlotte, their addresses are Charlotte.
Right, no.
So, and
Oh, we didn't charge them for a building permit. We didn't do any of that
Yeah.
stuff for their buildings they have in the city.
yeah, well, that's, that, and we already donate, $10,000, a year to the Dixon County Sheriff's Office. We don't ask for patrol or, I know that you see them sitting around a lot, but we don't ask for that and we don't request it, which I'm glad they do it. But,
Well, there's several Burns addresses that are in our EMA
Yeah.
fire coverage area. It's a
And so
Burns
that's-
address,
and
but it's
that's-
not in the city limits.
see, that's what's happening with the fire department. They've got, I don't know how big a area or radius.
5 mile, it's technically supposed to be 5 mile radius from the station,
Yeah,
but we go 3.5
But-
miles
but in
east.
that 5 mile radius, we're paying for them to be dispatched, which we paid last year almost $1,800 for that. So, but anyway, that's coming. But my complaint, and I spoke with Mr. Vandervoort about this. I spoke with our county commissioner, that number one, the county's got 8 buildings on city property that they pay absolutely no property tax. They never pulled a permit and paid a penny for a permit when they built those buildings. And then number 3 is that I say we, even before us, I don't know how many years ago, they've been housing the ambulance service, which is a great thing because it gets them closer to the north side. But they've been using that building over there rent-free. And the city's been paying the utilities, which amounts to about $3,000 a year, if you include electric, water, and gas. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on it, but
We give them the courthouse, we give them the jail.
yeah. But I'm just thinking, if we were to have the Justice Center, because I know the governments don't pay property tax. But if that building, if they pay property tax on it, how many thousands of dollars would that be a year? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to bring that to your attention because it's been brought to mind at least twice a week that we're not paying our fair share.
Hey, Ron, just a FYI, out of the over 200 calls that we ran last year, we only got charged from dispatch for 83. We don't get charged for gasoline calls because that's the gas department's primary response. So we don't get charged for that. If we go assist EMS, we don't get charged for assisting EMS because it's EMS's primary call. So that's strictly 83 calls within our primary area that we've paid for this year.
So that's what I was gonna ask, can we see the data that I guess they're all looking at?
Well,
Come up with that.
Shauna at 911 is trying to get all that information. And Randy Simpkins, our county commissioner, has gone and Sheriff Eads is trying to get the same data
Okay,
to see how many, because it's a very small amount.
sure.
that
Well,
the
they're
county-
gonna patrol our streets when they leave the jail.
Yeah,
Right, I mean,
Right.
proximity.
The jail's in Charlotte.
right, exactly.
But that doesn't count on that. According to Shauna, that doesn't count as far as calls. It's got to be a 911 call.
Oh, I understand that.
So that helps narrow a lot of that down.
And, well, I know if they want us to pay for calls outside of the city limits, then it's gonna cost us a lot of money because 4 or 5 of them get called down past my house every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And I know they used to get called out the old house up here on Van Lear Highway every day.
Yeah, they come by.
But they going toward Van Lear but anyway, that's,
Oh, I listen to them
They
all
don't,
the time, so.
I mean, we don't get any money, if they write someone a ticket in fast, we don't get a dime from that.
no, right,
Maybe we need to get cameras, like Merce.
No,
no, no. Now, I would be open.
well, I don't see how they're doing it because Mount Juliet, they had to take all theirs down because they were charging people and the judge,
Yeah.
they took it to our state Supreme Court and they won and they took them all down. So how are they doing?
I don't really want the ones that
They said
take
an
a
officer
picture
is
and
not.
send a ticket. I just like to have one out there that shows your speed limit.
Yeah.
Because,
But a lot of people use that as a challenge.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, let me see how fast I can go.
People do all that. All right, moving on. Next item, public comments. I don't think anyone signed up for that, so we'll move on. Reminding of the next meetings, actually, planning and zoning, July 2nd. Work session, July 7th. Special call meeting will be July 14th. Regular meeting will be July 28th. That will be sewer and council. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I
Steve, you
think
make some consent, second. We got 2 seconds.